teammates. Number 2, vision.
Yeah, it's going to be very important. And the second time is also about the junglers, right? The invasion, very important. Do they invade or do they play passive? Because both junglers need to be active in the jungle.
Very active in the jungle. They need to try and get their best foot going forward here between Boom and APG. And Carl on the Orgren, he's got to play safe, right? If he doesn't play safe, and if we start to see Yulong level 1 invades, it could be troublesome here for the side of Boom Esports.
It could be troublesome, it could be methodical jungling coming out from either side of the jungle. Here, this is Boom Esports taking on the blue side and Alpha Gaming. Towards the red side, this is BO5 for the first team into the knockout stage. Lamb, Kid, please take it.
Please take it. I mean, is that like giving me something? Is he offering me something here that I'm not seeing? But yeah, we'll take it away. We'll give the action for this second series of the day. Boom against APG. Boom here trying to be the hopeful for the PKL to try and get one team qualified into the knockouts.
Yep, one Dream has crushed. And now Boom, the home fans are here. They are loud. They are cheering. APG, this is not going to be an easy task, nonetheless.
Nonetheless, we're obviously putting the JD here in a good position and making sure he's not going to take in any of those couple blades in the early part of the game. He's going to be the MO here. Obviously, JD is their late game assurance.
I mean, at this point of the game, you know, before they hit level 4, this is the highest kill potential for the side of Boom, right? It's all onto Tatsui.
Tatsui, yeah, exactly. Just be able to kind of just lay the pressure on from a distance, right? I mean, if he's able to get obviously the assists and the kills here, it's going to obviously only elevate the scalability of this Ganon mode.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, Tatsuya actually sacrificing a little bit of the XP here, or timing, to help with the jungle for the side of Carl. So Carl's going to hit the level 4. A little bit slower than Yulong, but I think at this point it's still okay because both teams very neck and neck in terms of farm.
Neck and neck, but at the same time, obviously, we're going to see a bit of a push here at the top side of the map, maybe just try and get that space bright, but it won't be without the contention here of Carl going up as well. Looking trying to clear out that minion wave, using the depth precipice here just to get that zap onto the minion wave.
Yep, APG definitely doing well for themselves here, taking the space bright at the top, which means they will have the faster rotation, which inevitably means they will have a slight goal lead. But what they do with it, that is the actual question.
Hopefully play later, you know? Like, don't hold on to it, don't hoard it. Like, that's not going to do you any harm, but definitely go for the itemization here.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, try and look for the first blood, right? I think it's really important. First blood will be a difference maker because this matchup between Yulong and Carl, it's really about, hey, who is able to touch the backlines first?
Yeah, exactly. Using that path of passage into the backline here. But I mean, the denial of the backline access here is really going to come from the likes of, obviously, Baby Siang already pressuring the backline on the side of Boom, or even that destructive deluge from Shishan.
Actually, it's kind of like a different kind of fight, right? Because for Draw, he pushes them away, sets it up. But for Saber, regardless of what happens, they will be in on the side of Boom. But Saber is just giving them the anti-CC.
Yeah, giving the anti-CC, giving over that shield as well, right? And obviously slowing him down with his first ability. So that could be a problem here for them. Obviously, they have some heroes that need to get out of there. Forcing the flash from Tatsuri is a little bit of a bad call here, but it means he's able to escape that destructive deluge wherever Carl decided he wanted a bit of a freeze. I mean, it is hot in the Philippines.
Well, it's at this point, I think it's not because of a loss, right? Because the cooldowns right now, it's less than 60 seconds. Enough time for that destructive deluge to be back in the hands of Shishan.
Yeah, using it now before obviously the neutral objective is definitely a good call here, but once again, space bright being taken. A little bit more extra resources here for the side of APG. They are burning about 400 gold.
Okay.
The burnings on arrow just placed down here as well. The path of passing comes through, but the couple blades are not going to be chopping anybody at this moment in time.
You can see Saber actually uses ultimate there, the butterfly effect, to stop that potential death door first blood as well into the hands of Boom.
Very well played here for the side of APG, just keeping everybody alive. I mean, that's what the support's meant to be doing, not take and execute.
I don't play...
Hey, I didn't mention your name.
All right, the bullying has begun. We'll see which team is going to rise up in honor at this point. Boom, they have managed to get that wave.
Oh, yes, Destructive Deluge is going to lock Danny into place into that bot side of the map. It does go over to APG. Carl is starting. The Tyrant, the couple blades come through. It goes over to the side of Boom. So yes, they lose one, but they do get the neutral objective.
Okay, so if Boom gets one more win, I think it's a positive trade for them. But for now, APG definitely leading in terms of gold, about 1,000 ahead plus. So we'll see what else can Boom achieve across the map, because this T1, I think it's a guaranteed takedown.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's rotating towards it as well, right? Obviously, Danny went to the mid lane, then obviously thought, you know what, do I try and go back, or do I go and get this Macau into the jungle of themselves just to get a little bit of that gold resources? But there is going to be the first turret going up the side of APG. JD, I mean, this is a hero you don't want to allow to have a good laning base.
Fight coming in, they have the wraparound. Boom, can they get anything?
Can they get anything? Indeed, Draw is here as well. He doesn't quite have the unbridled outburst come through. That would have been a huge upset, right? A huge deterrent for the side of APG if they had the unbridled outburst.
Yeah, but you know, look at the T2 at the bottom, once again being pressured. And APG, this is just, Yulong, he's actually 1v2, he doesn't care.
He's 1v2, he's a whole level ahead of Carl in the jungle here as well. I mean, you're looking around about a 600 gold lead also. Has the Axe of Torment just about after that 4-minute mark as well. Looking to go for a little bit of that physical defense. Tit for tat into the top side of the map here. Miggy maybe getting caught out. He is pretty low, but he has that HP regen from the Maïd kit.
It's not looking ideal though for the side of Boom. Maybe get a setup here?
Yeah, trying to force him into the circle here. It's going to be a Saber maybe getting taken down. Obviously chunking a lot of damage there. The Burning Sorrow will just come through, but it's going to be that CC immunity that completely cleanses that one. So no follow-up here from the side of Boom Esports.
Yeah, the passive is so hard to deal with, right? Because it's not something you can control on the side of Boom. Now with that, they have taken another loss on the top side, a T1 on the top. The map is starting to get a lot smaller for the side of Boom Esports.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have been good for Boom if they was able to get that kill into the mid lane, and obviously it would have just mitigated a bit of a softer blow from losing that T1 top side of the map now. But like you were saying, Ken, it's creating the pressure here that Boom aren't going to be able to kind of replenish from if they don't do anything. But now obviously Midgey's trying to do and just try and get the takedown here of the minions, but it's just too damaged already.
Yeah, look, Alpha Gaming is just so fast in their rotations. You can't catch up. Right now, they have to try for something. Arrow does not hit the mark. And APG, they can go for more here.
They could go for more. They could contest this Crimson Golem. It does look like it's going to go off to the side of Boom Esports is Carl there, so he does keep it alive. The smite is intact, but can they keep anything else intact there? Draw has to be on the run here as well. Danny is here into the back line looking pretty low, but it's going to be the aid of the rest of Boom Esports to keep him alive.
Yeah, they could not hit the timings there. Draw actually uses Unbridled Outburst, but Saber was CC immune during that time. So APG have won themselves a huge part of the gorge here, leading by 3,000 gold and another neutral objective into the hands. Alpha Gaming, they are looking like the #1.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't give them much prowess if they were obviously behind in terms of the gold lead, but had the neutral objectives here. But the fact that they're ahead with the gold, the fact that they have both of these neutral objectives is going to be a bit of a hairy situation here for the side of Boom Esports as they lose that T2 down to the bot side of the map. We do have the Burning Sun Arrow come through as well, but can Boom Esports follow this one up? And the answer is that one is Hindi.
Yeah, they can't, right? And we talked about this. APG does not take fights unless it's favorable. They just play the map. And right now, Boom, they have no answers.
They have no answers, right? I mean, if you're looking at it, you're really relying on Tatsuri to get the follow-up of Danny, right? But at the same time, there just hasn't been a clear Blazing Sun Arrow, Burning Sun Arrow that's been landed onto the side of APG that hasn't been mitigated by that CC immunity.
You can't. And even if you do, look, the members on the side of APG, they're so mobile, right? With the exception of Susan itself, everyone else has an escape mechanism.
Oh, at the same time, Conductor Soul's being used here pretty early on within this team fight just to drive away the side of APG. Also using that Destructive Deluge to give over the Crimson Golem up to JD.
Yeah, look, Carl, he did manage to secure that. Yeah, he actually did manage to secure it. So APG, once again, they don't mind. They can get that because the trade here is going to be the Tyrant. This is an 8.5-minute Tyrant, meaning the next one is going to be the Shadow version.
Yeah, that's going to be the scary point of the game, right? I mean, this is where APG is going to get online, especially with the likes of the Vati as well as JD onto the Chano. I mean, if we're looking at the level XP already, I can only imagine that the gold XP, the gold differential is going to be down to the bot side of the map. It's going to be quite a drastic one, and it is. It's around about that 1.6k now, flittering into 1.7. And in terms of itemization, he's almost into that Daybreaker territory, which is getting online pretty early.
Yeah, that's very scary. At the same time, Yulong as well. Level 13, he is able to jump in, but he's also the potential lose condition for Zana BPG.
Yeah, a couple of blades trying to just run out those minions into the mid lane there, trying to get the takedown onto the T2, but it does not stop the inevitable. The alphas in Alpha Gaming are taking that mid lane and making it their own.
Okay, so I think Boom still has a good chance, but this is reliant on the fact that Yulong dies, right? We've seen this combination happen yesterday because he will be out of range of Saber's ultimate. But let's talk a little bit more about Danny because he is also a very smart guy. He competes at the regional level in chess.
I mean, he probably could beat me in chess, to be honest. I mean, I'm not the best. I don't think I can know anything else of the movements other than the pawns. It goes forward, and it can't go backwards, which is exactly what's happening here in terms of Boom, right? They lose the Crimson Golem over to Saber. This is a little bit of a fatal error, a bit of a checkmate, but can they turn it around here? Boom Esports do land a big unbridled outburst, but it's going to be Siang into the back line. JD getting the kill onto Carl. Can they get any more here? The knock from Miji. It may be a bit of a stopping force, but it may not be. The inevitable here that is JD on this Chano.
Yep, it is not the wolf that are hunting, it is the tiger that is hunting. Yulong brings the potential game end here as APG open up the base.
It's down to the carry of the last series that Boom Esports plays. Miji is here, but he does have the help of Tatsuri. Can they use the couple blades to run the minions down? But the Destructive Deluge is trying to zone out. Tatsuri into the back line is Siang forcing him back into the base, and APG take game number 1.
This is a scary potential here. 10,000 goal lead as the crystal fell. APG really looking like the alpha in this game number 1.